What up, everybody? Welcome back to Henshi. We are the YouTubers with attitude. I am Jared.
Mike here.
All right, been a long day. Been a long day. Been a long month, year. Who knows? But as you see in the tin, we're here to talk about WrestleMania and how we can fix it. Because, yeah, it seems that Vince McMahon has forced our hand. See? And in the background, you usually see something. This is WrestleMania 17, possibly the best WrestleMania of all time. Possibly. So before we even start, be sure to give Be sure to give this video a like, share, subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell icon to be notified when we post more videos, and go live and follow all of our social media and Twitch.
Basically, love us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right, Andros.
All right, first things first. Numbers, bring that back. WrestleMania, call this WrestleMania 35 for God's sakes. It is the 35th WrestleMania. It ain't that big of a deal if it's numbered. Seriously. Jeez. Tired. Now, regarding the main event, which I actually started this whole thing in my head. It is Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey. That's all well and good. Am I right? Possibly, I'm right. Now, here's the difference. Do not have any titles on the line. See, right now, for some strange reason, Charlotte Flair is the SmackDown Live Women's Champion. But Ronda Rousey is the Raw Women's Champion, but Becky Lynch won the Royal Rumble. Oh, and just to let you guys know, that not only are we fixing WrestleMania, but we're fixing the booking that's heading into WrestleMania, starting from Survivor Series.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, trust and believe. So, there's a reason why the title isn't on the line in our match. It's because Ronda Rousey lost the Raw Women's title to a one Ruby Riott. But there's a reason why. And there's a reason why Asuka should be SmackDown Live Women's Champion. Oh, since we already mentioned the main event, might as well get this all out the way. So, from Survivor Series, everything happens the same. But with Becky Lynch not being able to fight Ronda, it put a bad taste in everyone's mouth. So, at the Royal Rumble, it would have been Becky Lynch versus Ronda Rousey. No titles on the line. One holding SmackDown Women's title, one holding Raw Women's title.
Mm-hmm.
Hell of a match. Boom, bang, wow. And who wins the Royal Rumble? If Becky Lynch doesn't win the Royal Rumble, Rousey. Ember Moon wins the Royal Rumble and faces for the Raw Women's Championship. So we would have gotten Ember Moon versus Ronda Rousey, which would have been a hell of a match.
But no.
Oh no, there's a reason why no. That's not a bad thing. This is all good things, Mike. Why are you patronizing us? Whose side are you on?
I'm on the side of how to fix WrestleMania, so I'm on our side.
Good. Now let me finish. Ember Moon wins the Royal Rumble. Everything else that happens in the Rumble the same. Whatever. Now, Ember Moon was the Rumble, and I think it's WWE. What's the pay-per-view before? See, it's like there's so many pay-per-views. But the pay-per-view after Royal Rumble, which I believe is the Elimination Chamber. I'm sorry, Andros. I don't remember. I don't care. WWE. The only pay-per-views I've watched recently was
WWE pissed off Uncle Jared. Okay, we all know this.
The only pay-per-views I pay attention to with WWE anymore is NXT.
What happened?
So while
you dropped pass.
Google. I'm googling, yada yada yada. Here we go. WWE pay-per-view list. So as I continue. The WWE pay-per-view after so it is Elimination Chamber. It is Elimination Chamber. Good. So at Elimination Chamber, the Raw Women's title is on the line against Ruby Riott, as it was in the original, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember that, honestly. There's a lot of stuff that I don't remember. It's that bad. Oh, yeah. Ruby Riott versus Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey loses the title thanks to a Charlotte Flair interference. So Charlotte's like, oh, you think you bad and stuff? Oh, well, guess what? I'm still bad. I'm still in your head after what happened at Survivor Series. And then it's Becky Lynch versus Asuka for the SmackDown Women's Championship. It's like Charlotte Flair is just basically trying to prove a point, to prove that she is the top bad bitch. Pardon my French. So Charlotte is basically trying to get in the head of Ronda Rousey and Becky Lynch to be like, oh, you guys had a hell of a match, better than what we had at Survivor Series. You guys had a hell of a match at Royal Rumble. But this is eating her alive. So Charlotte gets in the head of the title. Ronda loses the time where there are no rematch clauses. Asuka's going on to WrestleMania. Ruby Riott is going to WrestleMania as Raw Women's Champion. Ruby Riott versus Ember Moon. If Ember Moon was not injured, I have to also put a disclaimer there. If Ember Moon did not get injured, then she will be fighting for the Raw Women's Championship against Ruby Riott at WrestleMania. Asuka facing an opponent. I would say Naomi for the SmackDown Women's Championship. That's that. Women's titles on the line. Mania. Boom. And it does not. And so there you go. You have a triple threat between Becky Lynch, Ronda Rousey, and Charlotte Flair that was planned for a year, but no title has to be on the line because you could just put the titles on other women and let them fight for the titles. That is a simple fix right then and there. For the WWE Championship, Kofi Kingston versus Daniel Bryan stays the same. Just they'll have to go through hoops to get there.
Yes.
And for the Universal Championship, I would leave it Brock versus Seth Rollins because that's fine as is.
Yeah.
Randy Orton versus AJ Styles is fine. Basically, we're also going to go through the things. Some of the things that are there we can keep. Randy Orton versus AJ Styles, like you said. Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre. Need that. For the Cruiserweight Championship, Buddy Murphy versus Tony Nese. If you guys aren't watching 205 Live, you need to watch 205 Live because it's amazing. Cruiserweight's on point. So, yeah. Oh, and here's the thing. Do not put the Cruiserweight title Do not put the Cruiserweight title on the pre-show. That is how we fix that right then and there. Tag team titles. That I'm going to get to in a minute. But I'm going to finish off what stays the same. The Miz versus Shane McMahon, I'd probably scrap that. Nothing against the Miz. Like it's hit or miss. It depends on how people feel about that. So if you guys watch this now, watch this later, let us know how you feel about the Miz versus Shane McMahon. If you want to keep it, we keep it. If you don't, we don't.
And let us know how you would fix WrestleMania.
Or let us know how you think about how we fix after this. So then Triple H versus Batista, no holds barred. Definitely keep that. That's something we need there.
I would do. Excuse me. Woke me up at 6 in the morning. To be honest, I would do The Rock. It'd be old school, you know.
No old school stuff, Michael. Yeah, go there. No Rock.
Oh heck no! Then you bugging.
Because The Rock is busy filming.
Yeah.
This is how we're gonna fix with the current roster, Michael. Current roster.
Let's see.
The Rock. If I wanted to use The Rock, okay, I'll give you. Here's how I would do it. If I wanted to use The Rock, I would put him against Brock Lesnar, but then Brock Lesnar cannot be Universal Champion. For the Universal Championship, I would have to put a returning Kevin Owens against Seth Rollins.
We got a question. How do you feel about this year's Hall of Fame?
All right. If I wanted, okay, it's not that bad. I don't care. Hall of Fame, I usually don't watch. I did in 2006. But if I wanted to use the Hart Foundation for the Hall of Fame, I'd have the entire Hart Foundation. I was half asleep when they were announcing it, so I don't understand why the whole Hart Foundation. But I guess for Jim the Anvil Neidhart, who recently passed away, I guess that's a nice little tribute to him. But again, the whole Hart Foundation, not just the first two, all of them. But I don't watch Hall of Fame like that. But I guess that's my only gripe. That's my only gripe about it. I don't care about it that much. It's honoring those past wrestlers, so awesome. Let me see. What else are we keeping? Kurt Angle versus John Cena. That's the thing we're gonna keep. It's rumored heavily, so just let it happen.
Please let it happen.
For the tag titles, I'm talking about for Raw, SmackDown, and Women's tag titles. All right, for Raw, the current champion, The Revival, against a newly formed American Alpha. So Jason Jordan is injured. I would have Shelton Benjamin with Chad Gable because they were SmackDown Tag Team Champions. So why can't they go for Raw tag titles?
True.
Right? All right, there you go.
Sure.
For the SmackDown for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship, it would be the Usos versus the club of Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows and New Day.
Yeah. Hold on, continue talking. I gotta get Kim. All right. Continue talking.
Yeah, so everyone wants Kurt Angle versus John Cena, and then tag titles, triple threat, big. I'd probably make it a triple threat ladder match. I don't know. You guys name whatever. Okay, whatever stipulations you want in these matches, you guys will let you guys have at it. Now for the women's tag titles, everything's fine except for one team of Natalya and Beth Phoenix, and I get it. They need something. I would use the NXT women. Because that's the whole point. I know Dakota Kai and Tegan Nox were a team, but Dakota Kai, I believe, is injured. Triple TLC. Well, like you said, background right now is WrestleMania 17. So yeah, it makes sense. A TLC triple threat for the SmackDown tag title. It would be a hell of a match. Good. That is good. Now, yeah, no, it would be basically the same thing we got for the women's tag titles, except it would be with NXT, Kairi Sane and Io Shirai. Let me see. I'm going through the list crazy now. For the U.S. title, Samoa Joe versus Rey Mysterio is fantastic, but I would also put Shinsuke Nakamura in it and Andrade Cien Almas. Other thing, don't drop the damn names. That's really retarded.
Why are you on my computer?
I think because I'm biding my time because there's a lot I want to talk about. All right, Michael, you didn't miss a whole lot. I just basically ran down that the SmackDown tag title could be in a triple threat between the Usos, Club, and New Day because going for the title. And then for the women's titles, it should be the same as what they're doing now, except instead of Natalya, it should be two women from NXT.
Oh gosh.
Now for the U.S. title is Samoa Joe versus Rey Mysterio, which is great, but they should add Shinsuke Nakamura and Andrade Cien Almas to make it a fatal four-way for the United States Championship. Because basically feels like he's on top. He can beat anybody, and he doesn't need to do it one-on-one. He can do it on a triple threat or fatal four-way. So he feels like he can be big man on top with the U.S. title by taking on other competitors. There's a story behind this. This is the other thing. We want to tell a story behind this WrestleMania, and I'm also this is like there are like 20 matches, 18 to 20 matches to be happening at WrestleMania. And I'm just scratching the surface. And
just scratching the surface.
And like, I'm comparing it to Wrestle Kingdom because Wrestle Kingdom in Japan is like a 5-hour show with like I'm gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 freaking matches. One on the pre-show, which was 10 matches all together at Wrestle Kingdom. It made a 5-hour show. And you know what? Come on, WWE. You can do better than this. You're better than this. Japan's killing it. 10 matches, 5 hours. Worth it. Went by quick. But I'm going to harp on that in a minute. So everything's basically the same. And then we're going to start making some changes. So now for the Intercontinental title, that's where things get a little crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, first off, I had first put Bobby Lashley versus Dean Ambrose, but I was like, no, I can do better. I can do way better. Now, Finn Balor, I was going to give him something to do. If Undertaker doesn't come back and wrestle, which is it's like the dude he deserves to be retired right now.
Got everything he's been through, yes.
So if Undertaker or Kane doesn't go up against Finn Balor, which fine, then Demon Finn Balor as Intercontinental Champion.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and it's Demon Finn Balor defending his Intercontinental Championship against Dean Ambrose. Fine. That would be an amazing match. Because it builds on the fact that Finn has beaten Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. And if he beats Dean, he's beaten all three members of the Shield, whom, mind you, all three members of the Shield were WWE champion in the same night.
Yeah.
So yeah, beating Dean for the IC title would just put another belt under Finn's notch. Okay. Now as for Bobby Lashley, that's where it gets interesting. I would put up against Braun Strowman. Now, Big Bad Braun, the thing he did last year was win the tag titles with a child, a 10-year-old child. That hurt. So we're gonna fix up Braun this year.
I find that funny.
Well, I'm a mark. You're a casual play. So as the smart mark I am, I would put Braun against Bobby Lashley with Lio Rush in the corner, and Lio Rush tries to cheat. Guess what happens? Returning Sami Zayn. What? Because remember, Sami Zayn was put on the shelf because of Bobby Lashley. So Sami Zayn returning to screw over Lashley. Tell the story right there. Come on. Story threads are right there. Now, Elias is apparently the musical act. Give Elias more to do, putting him against Kevin Owens, because KO Mania has to happen. So, KO Mania versus Elias. But then I would do another SmackDown versus Raw, a main SmackDown versus Raw, a Baron Corbin talking all this ish. It's like, oh, I'm the best thing on Raw. I can represent Raw at WrestleMania. Who can represent SmackDown at WrestleMania? Rusev. On Rusev Day, mind you. And then here's this, a special commentary by Aiden English. And then what happened? A reformation of Rusev Day. Boom! We just revived Rusev Day on the grandest stage of them all, on Rusev Day, no less. So, like, come on. That is SmackDown versus Raw twice with Elias and KO and Rusev. Boom! That's that. Let's see. I went through most of the already. Everything basically the same. And the pre-show would involve both the men's and women's battle royals. Sonya Deville win the women's battle royal, and I don't know, Mustafa Ali. Yeah, don't drop his name. Call him Ali. Is it what, Aladdin? Stupid WWE. Mustafa Ali winning the battle royal. And then, oh man. Yeah. I think I just fixed WrestleMania. WrestleMania. It's only 15 minutes. You're welcome, America. World.
The more you know.
That is how you do. Because it gives relevance to everybody and every single title on the show. Now, because that it's Wrestle Kingdom 13 was amazing. Wrestle Kingdom, I have no queer. I've been watching Wrestle Kingdom since Wrestle Kingdom 11, so I'm new Japan, but it is amazing. I showed my friend Jordan between Kota Ibushi and AJ Styles, and oh my god! I saw a match of AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura at I think it was Wrestle Kingdom 10, and WrestleMania 34 did not do them justice.
How bad?
Watch Wrestle Kingdom compared to WrestleMania. You will choose Wrestle Kingdom all the way.
Oh boy.
I'm that passionate. I'm that smart of a mark right now. So yeah, everything's basically the same except for the unique changes, especially for the women's division. Like seriously, if you're gonna have like Becky versus Ronda versus Charlotte, which was gonna be the whole thing the whole time, have no titles. Have Ruby Riott represent Raw as champion versus Ember Moon, Royal Rumble winner. So Asuka, SmackDown Women's Champion against her friend Naomi. It's gonna be a blood feud. Gonna hurt in the end, but it tells a story. Brock versus Seth. Like I obviously would have chose Brock versus Finn, but if Finn can't do it because of Vince McMahon being a total dickbag, I think we're past the limit.
Being a total dickbag?
He's out of his damn mind. He needs to sit down and go away. Oh, see, that's the thing. Oh, thank you. AEW, is it going to be successful? Yes. That is why they're scrambling. That is why they're losing their freaking minds and not thinking clearly. AEW is a looming threat to them. But that shouldn't be a threat. It should be like a breathing competition and something in them. That's the most competition they've had since WCW. And that was almost 20 years ago.
Andros.
He's choking on the truth. He's like, oh, God. AEW is making them scramble. But instead of scrambling, they need to sit down and think what makes sense. Yes, Vince McMahon needs to sit down and retire. He's done his stuff. He's done his again, WrestleMania 17, which was amazing. He's done enough. Vince needs to sit the hell down. Let's take over. Don't put now, again, like I said, Shane McMahon is optional. I don't care. Not that I don't love I like the Miz. I like the Miz just fine. I like Shane. But compared to all the other matches, there's a better story involved. Especially if you have 1 month to tell a story. Rusev versus Corbin, Robert SmackDown, like versus Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 21. Like that. Or like that's basically 2 Raw versus SmackDown matches to recreate basically a goddamn clinic between Kurt Angle and Shawn Michaels. Now, again, the pre-show should just be the Battle Royals because that's what Wrestle Kingdom 12 and 11 did, which is Battle Royals and then goes to the main card.
Yeah.
That's what WrestleMania needs to do. Battle Royal, main card. Cruiserweight title needs to be on the main card. Cruiserweight title matches are like mind-blowingly awesome. I can't praise those enough.
Everything is awesome.
See, and this is me. See, notice how I'm saying we have to fix WrestleMania because NXT doesn't need any fixing. Even the lousiest NXT show are still the most awesome things. Now, I was thinking about it earlier because I'm like, Finn Balor versus Undertaker wasn't gonna really work, so that's why I was so quick the title. I wanted Demon Finn versus Dean because it tells more of a story where Finn can beat all 3 members at once.
Whoa!
And then for Bobby Lashley, he can still do something with Braun Strowman instead of Braun Strowman messing around with these dudes from SNL. No offense to SNL, SNL is fine. Strowman needs an actual person. Who's a credible threat? Bobby Lashley. With his annoying mouthpiece of Leo.
Someone said WrestleMania 17 was the best.
Yes, it was. It really was. But yeah, Bobby Lashley with his annoying mouthpiece of Leo Rush. Now, Bobby Lashley is on the offense. Then boom, a returning Sami Zayn comes back to take on Bobby Lashley because Bobby Lashley put Sami Zayn on the show. So it's like you have a returning Sami Zayn. If I wanted to go that extra mile, Elias can be on his guitar strumming. It'd be Kevin Owens coming out, and it'd be those two. And like, boom, a returning Bray Wyatt comes and he takes on Elias as well. So it's like, will Bray go to Raw? Will Bray go to SmackDown? We don't know because it's a SmackDown versus Raw match. And I'm trying to include almost everybody on the main roster, right?
Yeah.
So if I have to include everybody, Bray Wyatt came back last year during the Battle Royal. Have Bray Wyatt come back this year during an Elias segment against Kevin Owens, and you'll be so confused. Like, is Bray helping Kevin? Is Bray helping Elias? Like, what the hell is Bray doing? And then you'll find out if he's going to Raw with Braun Strowman because that's his Wyatt family member, or is he going to SmackDown with Rowan over there as his other Wyatt family member? So it's like, you don't know. And then, like, yeah, Bryan versus Kofi. Seth versus Brock. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Roman versus Drew. Buddy versus Nice. Triple H versus Batista, which that's possibly the only long-term booking they've been doing since October before Survivor Series. But no, now, so if you're gonna, that's probably the most long-term booking. So again, for those, I'm going to reiterate one last time how we did without any women's titles. We put on Ruby Riott and Ruby Riott and Asuka. Survivor Series happens the same. Royal Rumble comes. We have Becky, Ronda, both holding titles. Awesome match. Next month, elimination. That's where both of them lose the titles because of Charlotte. Charlotte and that's where we get the triple threat match. Boom. It tells who's the baddest bitch, who top woman of the division entirely. Is it Ronda? Is it Becky? Is it Charlotte? And then
Think
about it like this.
What?
Like, think about, like, Michael, as a casual fan, how I just explained that. Does that make more sense than just saying it's going to be Becky winning the Rumble, she's a SmackDown star going against Ronda Rousey, a Raw star, and then all of a sudden, boom, Charlotte's in the match too?
Yeah.
Like, because I just complicated myself where I could just, it's simple. Tell a story. Not just shove it all in just because it has to happen. And if you wanted a long-term book after Mania, like, they all come to a conclusion and agreement, and then hell, eventually Sasha Banks and Bayley lose the tag titles. They team up with Becky and Charlotte. Ronda comes back. Shayna Baszler ends up on the main roster, and so did Marina Shafir and Jessamine Duke. Because I think like Shafir is going to be part of Undisputed Era in NXT, which but that's because she's married to one of the members. So I still find that awesome. I don't care. But eventually comes SummerSlam. 4 horsewomen of WWE versus 4 horsemen of MMA. It's there. It's literally there. And then, like, yeah, back to the tag title division. The Revival could put on an absolute clinic against Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin, reforming a new American Alpha / Team Angle type thing. And then for the SmackDown tag titles, the Usos could go up against the Club versus the New Day in a triple threat TLC match. It's all there. It's staring everyone in the face. And yeah, and Undertaker doesn't even have to appear this year. Him and Kane can just show up, do a thing, call it a day. That's that.
I rest my case, Your Honor.
But yeah, right now I'm just rambling on just because we need to have this video keep going, because I believe within 15 minutes I just fixed WrestleMania.
Your Honor will love the air, people. I'm thinking Andros.
Parenthood. Gotta love it. Yes. I believe that I fixed WrestleMania with such simple booking. Dude.
Oh my God. Hold on.
I think
I'm taking a baby.
You really gotta love Parenthood. I think that's about it. Like, if you guys think you could do better booking WrestleMania, please let us know. We're open to all opinions, options, and whatnot. If you guys liked how we booked WrestleMania here, tell us. Let us know if there's something that should be tweaked or something, or someone should be added on. Let us know. And If you think Rusev Day should be reformed, that's not even a question. That has to happen. Rusev Day should be reformed. Again, SmackDown versus Raw. Why not, right? Baron Corbin is talking all this trash on Raw. Rusev comes in. Hey, I'll represent SmackDown. Hell, the Hardy Boys. I'm pretty sure the Hardy Boys can find something too. Or put the Hardy Boys in the SmackDown title match. Make it a fatal 4-way TLC match. I think right now, what's going on over here in WrestleMania 17? That's the European Championship. That doesn't exist anymore. Well, technically, the NXT UK title exists, so that doesn't. But yes, who else should be involved in WrestleMania? How would you book WrestleMania? And again, I have to ask from before: would you keep Shane versus Miz, or would you just get rid of it altogether? And yeah, if not Io Shirai and Kairi Sane, who should be the women to represent NXT for the women tag titles? Ask Michael, a casual pleb. If WrestleMania is booked the way we booked it, you would watch it, right?
Every single year, faithfully.
As if we booked it. And again, we keep the numbers. There's nothing wrong with numbers. If the Super Bowl can have as many Roman numerals, why can't we have Roman numerals in WrestleMania? That makes it so stupid. Again, because Vince McMahon is afraid of getting old or whatever. Vince McMahon needs to go to XFL already, Vince. We don't need you. We don't need you here. We got Triple H. And yeah, that's about it. I guess I'll leave questions for the match. Again, what matches should be stipulated? Who should win each title? Obviously, Kofi should win the WWE title, but who should win like the women's titles? Who should win the tag titles? Who should win the Intercontinental and US? Who should win every other title that is not the WWE Championship or the Universal Championship? Because obviously it's going to Seth. If it does not go to Seth, then what the hell? WrestleMania is almost. Oh my God, WrestleMania is happening
next week.
A little over 7 days.
It's happening next week.
This Sunday. WrestleMania is next week. Oh dear God. Yes, Kofi deserved to win. Oh, right. And I already mentioned John Cena versus Kurt Angle, but that's an obvious given right there. Because if it wasn't Kurt versus Cena, it should have been Kurt. I think Kurt Angle should go against Brock Lesnar one last time.
No, I think to be honest, if it was me and they did like a comeback like match, it would have to be the Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar.
You're trying to kill the Undertaker.
Hey, that's just me.
You're a casual, so I guess the smart in me is gonna call you out every time. And yes, it is next Sunday. My God, WrestleMania is next Sunday, and we killed it by fixing it. How did we fix it better than? God.
Did you check the living room? Check the living room.
Yeah. While Michael goes deal with married life, I'm gonna go lament how we just fixed WrestleMania better than Vince McMahon can do in a single night. This card I have here was all in the span of a single day. Within 10 minutes, I thought about it in my head. How can I book WrestleMania? This is basically this card of WrestleMania is booked from Survivor Series last year. And I only thought about this a week ago. And I didn't fully come to realize that we should do it until last night's SmackDown Live because of Vince McMahon's insanity of putting the title on Charlotte. Why the hell would he do that? I don't know. If you guys have an answer why Charlotte has the title, sound off because my head hurts from it all. The stupidity behind Vince McMahon. Basically, everything that would take months to prep for, this card would take months to prep for. He could
You
do
did it in 10 minutes.
full night on Raw and SmackDown to fix it and make it like this. I doubt anyone from WWE is going to listen. Even if they watch it, they're not going to listen. They're not going to care because they're like, oh, we're the end all be all. And yet some of the writing staff or whoever is smoking something. And it ain't good stuff because they're clearly smoking some crazy-ish. If the card we have now, and you know what? I'm going to look up the WrestleMania 35 card right now. Because clearly, they don't know what the hell they're doing. And I'm going to look at NXT right now. NXT TakeOver has 5 matches so far. And all of them are going to be amazing. It's like a 2-hour show. 5 matches. Amazing. Oh, okay. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Jesus Christ. So far, 13 listed on Wikipedia that are. Okay. Okay.
Next Sunday, not cool, man. Not cool. What's not cool?
Yeah, no, I got nothing. I got nothing, man. This is all types of craziness.
It happens.
This is all types of insanity of how
Bro, it happens.
possibly 20 matches, which could make up a 5-hour card. If anything, if you start it at 5, end by 11, 6 hours. This is going to be 8 hours.
Oh, God, help us all.
This is 8 hours. Charlotte being women's champion. Yeah, that is not cool. You're absolutely right. You know why? Because Vince is out of his goddamn ever-loving mind. How do you put... It still hurts. How do you put one title... I don't get it. It's absolute insanity.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
What's gotta hurt?
What? The background.
Oh, right. You up here? See, let good matches happen like this at Mania, and we ain't got a word. Oh gosh, I can't though. I really can't fathom in my mind how we're a week away from WrestleMania, and the insanity could have been fixed with simple prepping and booking. I know AEW is looming over them, and it's scary, but let competition breed good things. Like how WCW, I think WCW was still going at this point, or they just got it. So, like, come on. I don't know. Again, audience, what do you think of this card? What do you think how we how do you think about our card? How would you fix it? How would you adjust it? How would you tell the story? Because basically, not just for us, for what we did, WrestleMania isn't just a card that was simply fixed, but it tells a story ongoing from Survivor Series to now, or to next week, anyways. And yeah. That's about it. I got nothing. I got nothing. I'm just now rambling on so we can have more time. I fixed WrestleMania in only 15 minutes.
Round of applause, people. Round of applause.
It's awesome, but depressing at the same time.
We fall down.
Now, with AEW happening, I'm excited to see what they're going to do. I'm not going to complain. AEW is awesome. I just saw All In. I saw live. Well, not in person, but I saw live here at home. It was still amazing. And if WWE gets their head out of their asses, they could do something like that. They could book. Just give it to Triple H. For the love of God. Triple H has not beaten Batista.
Not yet.
And if Triple H doesn't beat Batista, he can just say, hey, I'm going to be backstage. I'm going to keep control. I'm going to keep an eye on Vince. Because Vince has only one more year until XFL. So I don't think it can handle another year of Vince McMahon's insanity. This video and this card says I can't handle Vince McMahon anymore.
Well,
I appreciate what he's
I gotta go. Baby's crying.
He has to go. I gotta go cry because I'm tired of Vince's bullshit.
Basically, give it up for Jared. He fixed WrestleMania in 15 minutes.
You're welcome.
Woo! Hey! And for a treat, we're giving him cotton candy.
And for a treat, I'm gonna wait for AEW's Double or Nothing. But yes, let us know what you guys think. And yeah, spread the word about this. Spread the word about this card. Let everybody know. If there's something you want to change, let us know. Until then, catch you guys later. Peace.
Peace to the Middle East.